And we saw how much health was taken in just the first couple of minutes, the first couple of seconds of the match like that. He ate too many booms, and then your game plan switches to, I gotta make the return over receipt with the Aegis, and it just didn't work out that way. Daigo definitely, as you said, came to play. This dude had a strategy and implemented it very well. The practice of eating with Nemo, you can see it right there. And now 1 point on the side of Milidon Beast, 0 right here for FAV Roto Z. Daigo already cooking for the team.
Yeah, these matches are going to be going for quite some time, right? You see the 1 point earned there from Daigo. They are playing to 1st to 7 in terms of the overall points that need to be earned for these matches to get into the grand finals against the Good 8 squad. Daigo already starting off pretty well. This is what we're anticipating next. Right, we're looking at the current stats, but as we roll through, Bonchan is going to be coming up next. 3 out of 3 when it comes to wake up invincible reversals. Coming in from Daigo. The anti-air game, how many times has Ryusei jumped, utilized the knee drop? In total, it's been about 15 times. But damn, even though it's under 50%, he still made the most of it. 7 out of 15 for Daigo Umehara.
Fantastic play right there with the wake-up situations. And again, that does set the tone for not only that match, but also how Daigo's going to play. Like, people are going to be looking out for those flash kicks also, too. They might like wait back a little bit, you know, try to bait them out and things like that. You know, you watching that match as the other team, you might be like, Daigo might be like this. Like, this is the way he wants to play today. That's the form of Daigo we might be seeing. So that just sets ripples through. So 100% on the Umi flash kicks. You know, you'll love to see it right there, but maybe not if you're the other team. But as you said, Bonchan coming up on the deck with that Karen pick, one of the best in the business to do it. In fact, I think he's, you know, tied with Punk to be the best Karen in the world. Just the way that he's so aggressive with it. And if you watch his matches, he's so, like, even if he loses like half his health or he's like 1 point away, he still has that aggressive play that he doesn't like back down at all, which makes him a dangerous threat because he knows one good crouch media kick could mean death for the other side. So I'm curious to see who they're going to pick for this battle right here. We have Fudo or Waichi Mochi. Of course, Morto is on the bench. Who did you say that you thought was going to come up on the deck to fight Bonchan?
I would think that Waichi Mochi would kind of want this matchup because I do like the way that he can play it against Bonchan in terms of keeping Karen away for so long. Having that kind of mobility, having the limbs to stop someone like Karen can be a really big thing. We've seen this kind of matchup play out with Mr. Crimson and Punk. We've seen how often that has actually played out. I think Waichi Mochi might be able to emulate the same kind of results that Mr. Crimson has had against Punk this season, but at the same time, these are two different beasts. So we'll see how it plays out. If it were Fudo instead to go up with Poison, we can make that comparison between Punk and Idom. Right, and how often they've played and how often those results have turned out for Punk for the most part. So if we're looking at it from an American standpoint and looking off that kind of history, I would say that Fudo wouldn't want to be the one up next, up to bat. But again, it's a whole different story when it comes to Japanese playstyle and Japanese strategy. So I personally think it's going to be Waichi Mochi.
I think that's a better pick too. I think Poison, there's more opportunities to jump in on Poison and you know, push to the corner, things like that. With Sim, there's a lot more escape options, EX Fireball, lockdown, sort of stuff like that. All those are going to be a little bit, in my eyes, more painful than, you know, fighting Poison as Karen. So like, if you're looking at this match on Daigo's side, yeah, you put up Waichi Mochi, you put up the best, one of the best in the business, top 3 in my opinion in the world, and we saw it. You know, Evo, second place, only falling to Kawano. He's done the duty out here, Street Fighter League, especially